Quite some time now I'm acting and I'm doing a lot of work in the creative field. But when you want to do more and more and more stuff, so you always get busy with your own life and your own creation. So that's how it happened. And after my education, during my studies only, I joined movies.
Okay.
And it was never planned. It was never a initiative from my side, but it was kind of destined for me. And somebody saw one of my dance performances, and I'm a dancer as well. So, and they actually liked me for the film. And it was very veteran director called Prabhat Roy who actually made me come in the movie industry. And it was a very it was very inviting for me, and it was kind of new sphere of life, absolutely. But I was never prepared, and my daddy and my mommy, they were absolutely against me in coming into movies, because my father always wanted me to become an IPS officer. And he was kind of trying to make me prepare for my studies and stuff like that. My examinations in the competitive field and all that stuff. But somehow, the first movie was fun, and I just did it like that. For a new experience. But then that movie became a blockbuster, and it was like kind of, that was a newcomer. I was known as the best newcomer that time, and I kind of landed in this whole like the whole area of filmdom. Though actually I never planned anything, but my movies actually got me a lot of success. And after that, I never looked back. After that film in Bengal, I got flooded with offers, of course, in all the sort of teenage love stories and all that. So most of my movies became very big success. And there were, I don't know, maybe my everybody said I didn't have that kind of conventional beauty, like Bengali beauty, because as you can see, I have light eyes. And that time I was too fair when I came into this industry. And of course, but then those things actually didn't take a proper importance, didn't get proper importance, because somehow people thought that I was kind of I could act, and my acting talent actually showed more than my physical appearance. But anyway, with years and sort of a lot of blending with new directors, good directors, and I worked with almost all the veteran directors like Parna Sen, Rituparna Ghosh, Bhutudev Dasgupta, Anjan Das, Tarun Majumdar, Shrujit Guha. These are the big names in Bengal. And of course I got a lot of recognition from the mass, and also from a lot of intellectual audience. So you can say I'm a product of commercial cinema, as well as I'm into new generation cinema and new kind of cinema. So I actually fell in love with cinema after a while. I was also not ready to accept my new profession. I said, what I'm doing, am I doing the right thing? Because there's nobody in my family who ever thought of becoming an actor or an actress. So, but maybe I was a little bit inclined towards creative work. And during my childhood days, I always used to participate in my literary hour, dance competitions, this and that, painting. So I had a lot of this kind of interest in me. And after a while, I actually took up dance very seriously. And I learned Odissi from Rituparna Gupta. She was a very veteran Odissi dancer. And then I learned Manipuri. And of course now I don't do classical, but I have my own dance troupe where I practice my own creative dance style, and I have my own form of dancing. And I've been working on Tagore's dance dramas for a while now, and I have done at least 8 of them. And I want to do a series of Tagore dance dramas. Of course, Tagore is like international, and I always want to present Tagore in that stretcher. So that's one part of me which actually is very, very passionate about dancing. And over these years, if you want to, if to sum up my whole career graph, I've been doing a lot of, what I said, good cinema, dancing, dance dramas. And then of course I have been into into dance productions also. It's not like I'm just I took dance as a passion, but it's like a passion, but I have vividly, elaborately done a lot of dance drama productions. And so far as my movies are concerned, I have done movies in definitely in Bengali. I have done movies in Bangladesh, where people call me a huge star over there as well. And Bangladesh films, and we have done a lot of Bangladesh and Bengal collaboration films. And so I've done movies in other languages as in Oriya, and now I've started in Hindi, and that's how I'm taking a lot of interest in Hindi films as well. And my first film was Main Meri Patni Aur Wo with Rajpal and K.K. Menon, and which has earned a lot of appreciation and very constructive criticism. I believe that cinema is going through a lot of revolution right now, and the look of cinema has completely changed over these years, and there's a lot of new concepts and new ideas are creeping in. So I want to part of this new kind of cinema. So that's why I have always I've never wanted to limit myself in one area of my regional but of course regional films has its regional limitations, and I wanted to break the barriers, and I just wanted to see beyond that. So that's why national cinema has always been my interest. After a while, it was never before, like when I was becoming a big star in Calcutta, I never thought of coming into national cinema. But when a lot of new kinds of films started started making this kind of cinema, then only I took interest, and I thought maybe I can be a part of this new generation cinema. And so if you see in Bombay what I'm doing right now, I've been working with a lot of good interesting I've been working in a lot of good interesting scripts with a lot of good directors who not necessarily very known, but a lot of new directors. I think the Chandan Arora's film Main Meri Patni Aur Wo definitely is a new kind of cinema which I did. And after that, now I just finished Amol Palekar's film Avartan with Antara Malini and Rajat Kapoor. And of course, my another movie which is coming up in August is called Love Khichdi. That's again a comedy which has been directed by Srinivas with Randeep Huda. It's an interesting mix of comedy and emotional drama. And then I just finished one Warner Brothers film with Vinay Pathak. That's again a comedy, and it's like a semi-comedy thing and all that. And of course, I finished one Priyadarshan's film called Bam Bam Bole. That is also almost complete with Atul Kulkarni and Darshil Safari. And I finished another film called Paroksh with me, Divya Datta, Yashpal Sharma. So if you see my the kind of cinema I'm doing right now is not really very commercial, but they're meaningful cinema, and of course very message oriented. And of course my another movie which I should talk about is which this show is all about woman power and all that. So I think one movie which is definitely which is definitely going to trigger a lot of new hopes and aspirations for a woman, which is called Mittal versus Mittal by Karan Razdan, and it is on a marital abuse. And there is a lot of new insights one can get out of that film, because a lot of women don't know that what kind of laws and regulations are there for them to defend them. And I think this movie is very educative for all of us. And so I play the pivotal role in the film, I'm the protagonist in the film. And of course that film has me and what's her name, Suchitra Krishnamurthy, Gulshan Grover, Rohit Roy, Hazel, and a lot of other actors. And of course I believe that in this film people will actually come to know much about the women power, women emancipation rather. So that's one, and of course the one I did with Divya and me, that's also a story of two ladies, which is called Paroksh. That is me playing a corporate girl, and Divya playing a surrogate mother, and the sort of balancing of the emotional turbulence of these two women. And there's a lot to talk about the story and all that. So And now I'm shooting for a film which is also very interesting right now, which is like an Anglo-Indian family, and which has got 3 generations, and I play the daughter-in-law of the family, and Zinat plays the mother-in-law, and Helen plays the grandma.
Okay.
So it's a very interesting mix of characters. And so like if we talk about movies only, then yes, I've tried to try to focus more on meaningful cinema. And of course, I always believe in commercial cinema, because commercial cinema is at the end of the day which actually brings you the business and everything. As because I'm a product of commercial cinema, because I had been recognized as a commercial actor, so I'm trying to make a balance and blend of both kinds of films, where I can like excel as an actress and as a human being, where I can get my own satisfaction of my, of course, my job satisfaction, and my dance as a passion. And of course, I've taken it very seriously. I'm doing my productions. I have started my own production company back in Kolkata, which is called Bhavna Jokal, and that is that's of course, that is a Bengali term, which means thoughts of today and tomorrow. Okay, so there I am doing a lot of television. I'm not doing a television. My company is doing the television stuff, where I'm producing a lot of reality shows. And right now I'm doing a very interesting project of Tollywood versus Bollywood, and all the girls from Tollywood and Bollywood, they are coming together for a show which is called Dance Pe Chance. It's a dance reality show, and Sarojji is completely doing the judging of that show, and Vikram Ghosh is there. He's another veteran music director and a music composer. And then I've also produced a short film on terrorism called Who Am I Ek Zindagi. So I try to do a little bit of different work, and from my and actually I since Bengal people really symbolizes me as a dancer and actress. So that was the first time ever I have branded a reality show. Then and the show was named on my name, called Rituparna Jhum Tararara. So so that way I get a lot of flexibility in my own place, and I try to do a lot of good work, and that is only I can try. I have just to come back to your whole thing, that to talk about me, I must say that these are the things right now I am doing, and of course I am planning some movies from my own company, and in Bombay also a lot of this kind of work I am doing, and I'm into this kind of cinema. And my other part, as you wanted to know about my social work,
Yes.
right? So social work is something which I think it's sort of a responsibility of me, and I do it for my own satisfaction, and nothing to blow my own trumpet, saying that no, I am here and I'm there, and I'm seen here and there, and I'm going into so many NGOs and all that stuff. No, I derive a lot of energy out of it, and I believe that it is sort of a obligation I have, and I sort of a responsibility as a citizen, that I should be a part of these kinds of work, because I sincerely feel that people look up to us, and we have an image, we have our own, people idolizes us, and so from our side, if we can put a proper example forward, so then I think this can change a lot of things. And so I believe that this kind of things, this is I think a sort of a practice I do, because this is sort of an exercise which I really feel that it has to be me who can actually do it and who can actually start it. I have been associated with this Thalassemia Society of India for a long time. I work for them regularly. I have been associated with tiger conservation. I have been associated with a lot of orphanages. I have been associated with a lot of blind, deaf and dumb school. And lately I have almost taken up a charge of putting up a land together for an orphanage. And so let's see. I know that's very small. That's only maybe a drop in the ocean, but I still try. and I still try to make things happen from my side, whatever is possible, whatever little is possible out of my own capacity. And so that way I just try to communicate with my people and with my with the mass. That's the whole idea of me being a person. So that's how it is, and I feel that maybe a lot more work is to be done. So I believe that there's a lot to do, but there's so less time.
Oh.
But I really, I don't know how I see myself after a few years, but then now I'm very active in doing everything. And let me see, as an actress also in Bollywood, I haven't gotten a proper place as yet. I believe that, as of course, I need to consolidate my position in here also. But as a sincere, sensitive and sensible actress, I feel that I'm committed to my work, and as a person I'm committed to the society, and I believe in certain norms and rules, and believe in my principles and my value system. So that's how it is, all mix of everything in me, and as a person I come out.